I love YouTube, I love watching YouTube, and I love making videos for this channel. I love how YouTube has given me and everybody else in the world a platform. If you're a viewer of my channel, I hope you'll agree with me when I say that literally every video which I have made since I started uploading to this channel almost 3 years ago has been for the sole intention of helping to inspire or educate you to help you to become the best wedding photographer that you can be. Now, I've been a full-time wedding photographer for over 10 years now, and in that time I photographed around 450 weddings, so I've got a fair amount of practical real-world experience. Now, I put so much effort into my videos, and I do that because one, I love the process of making videos, but also because I receive lots of really lovely comments from photographers saying how much my videos help them. Now, those comments inspire me to try and make even better content. You're helping me to help you, but the key message there is that we are helping each other to improve as photographers, and we are doing that via YouTube. So with that in mind, when I was flicking through YouTube last night and I saw this video come up from Tony and Chelsea Northrup, I'll be honest, it wound me up. It's clickbait, obviously, but I've fallen for it. It's a clickbait title designed to generate views because on YouTube, views equal money. And I know I shouldn't have let it get to me. I may not choose to play it with my videos, but I do know the YouTube game. But well, this one did get to me, and here we are. So first up, I don't have anything against Tony and Chelsea Northrup. I'm sure that they're awesome, and I have huge respect for anyone who has grown a YouTube channel to the size which they have, because that is hard to do. So I take my metaphorical hat off to them. Now, Tony starts the video by justifying his point that you can't learn photography from YouTube, because when he typed in photography into YouTube, the top 3 results were not good examples of education videos. But who, if you want to learn about photography, just types in the word photography and expects the top 3 videos to tell them all they need to know? It's one word, Tony. We all know that YouTube will promote fun videos over educational videos, but that isn't relevant to the statement which they make in the title of their video, and that is where my issue comes from: the misleading and intentionally provocative title. The educational videos, which you definitely can learn from, are there. You just have to search below the top 3 results to find them. Now, much of the video is Tony talking about his gripes with the YouTube algorithm and the videos which it chooses to promote, and I agree with his analysis on this. But again, that is not relevant to the title of the video. The YouTube algorithm's job is simply to show viewers the videos which they are most likely to click on and then watch, and then do that over and over and over again, so we all stay on the platform longer. But again, that's to do with the algorithm. That has nothing to do with the title of the video. It is not the algorithm's job to teach us. It is our job to search for the videos which will teach us. So the title, "You can't learn photography on YouTube!" exclamation mark, don't forget the exclamation mark, is, in my opinion, not only false, it is also insulting to me and other photographers who put so much effort into making content that has come about through years of practical experience, being out there in the real world, earning a living with our cameras. And I have to defend my content. Of course, you can't learn everything from YouTube, and no one is saying that you can. But what you definitely can't say is that you can't learn photography from YouTube. YouTube can be the catalyst for inspiration, new techniques, practical knowledge that you can go out and take away with you and use in the field. Obviously, you need to go and practice what you have learned on YouTube, but YouTube can be your classroom. As with any profession, you learn the theory and then you go out and gain your practical experience. And photography is just exactly the same. You can learn the theory on YouTube and then you go out and practice with your camera in the field. Now, I asked this question, can you learn photography on YouTube, on my Instagram tonight, and the response was overwhelming that you can indeed learn photography from YouTube. But please let me know what you think in the comments. Can you learn photography from YouTube? I would genuinely love to know what you think. Am I wrong? Now in my How I Shot It videos, I show every single step in the process of how I create certain images, including the equipment I use, the settings I use, why I use those settings. I show you the mistakes, I show you the raw files and the final edits. I show you everything because I want to, and because I honestly do believe that it will help you and other photographers out there learn and improve. If that isn't helping people to learn photography, I don't know what is. The bigger problem with photography on YouTube is that virtually every YouTube photography channel seems to be run by a professional YouTuber, not a photographer. And by that I mean, how many presenters of the big photography channels actually earn their living by going out and shooting for real paying clients? I don't know the answer, but the number I'm pretty sure is tiny. So the people with the loudest voices on YouTube are not working photographers. They're professional YouTubers who earn their living from YouTube. As I say, not through going out there and shooting for clients. And that to me is the real biggest problem with photography YouTube channels. And if you do want to learn photography on YouTube, is it really wise to do so from someone who doesn't actually earn their living from photography? Tony also says in a video, and I quote, "As an educator, it's clickbait or die." Well, it's not, is it? You just don't clickbait. You can choose for your priority to be education. And then Tony says you cannot teach what you think people should know. You have to teach what you think they will click on. Well, that's just nonsense. I do agree that you have to do that if you want to grow your channel quickly and if your priority is to get views above all else. And if that's the case, Tony's completely correct, but you don't have to sell out to the algorithm. It's a choice. You can choose not to clickbait and choose instead to teach people what you think they should know. That whole segment of their video illustrates the problem with so many of the photography channels on YouTube. Their priority is not offering you the best advice. Their priority is views. And I get that, to be fair. We all want our channels to grow and get more views, but the decision to clickbait and make videos which are designed to get views rather than honest, practical advice is a choice. It's not clickbait or die, it's clickbait or have integrity. Now, I'm aware that this video is very much not in keeping with my channel, and I'm not someone who really often pulls people up just because they have a different opinion than I do. I love that we all have different opinions. It's brilliant that we do, but I hope you can understand why I just couldn't let this go. I've been making videos for 3 years now, all whilst being a full-time working wedding photographer. And the reason that I make those videos is because I do believe that you can learn photography on YouTube. So I just couldn't let this pass. Anyway, normal service will be resumed in my next video, which will be a video where I talk you through every single step in how I created this photograph. And if I've done my job correctly, then you will learn something from that video. And to Chelsea and Tony, it's all love.